Right, hopefully it's working again now. I don't know if you heard any of that. Anyway, we have one skimmer, started off on the pole, just because I felt like I might need to just try and catch something, just to start off with, just to see what the situation's going to be like. And we've had a bite straight away. We caught a skimmer. I think I'm going to really struggle fishing the pole here, where I am, unfortunately. This wind is horrendous. Ugh. The other reason that I wanted to fish micros and expanders to start with was I wanted to see if... I find this place frustrating in the sense that you don't get indications. It just goes whacking round or the float shoots under. You might be waiting 3 hours for that to happen. And I just feel that by feeding micros and stuff, get some small fish in the peg, get some indications, and I might get a rough idea that if the indication stops that there could be a carp in the peg. It's a bit like when you're fishing silverfish matches on the carp lake, you know? I wanted to feed me. Now one more go on this before I feed anything else. And then I'm gonna see, this thing's gonna be on weight, so I've got to be a little bit gung-ho, if that makes sense, you know. Simple as that. My pellet line for 6 minutes. I'm just going to put a few in there. I'm going to try and be as accurate as I can today. I feel like it's just very difficult. It's bloody wind. I feel like the last few matches I've fished here, I've been a little bit chuck it and chance it, not actually planning a match, if that makes sense. Yeah, see, we're straight away. That's now that's on a 6mm pellet, and it's down its fucking throat. So there you go. I'm going to try now with a bit of meat on, just to see what happens. So I'm going to try and work it a little bit and just doing the same old shitty thing. That's a little bit gung-ho, but there we go. Right, have a little go on that. I'm going to have to chuck a feeder out in a minute, or a bomb. Well, that's the second skimmer. Now back on the pole from the oil pellet on that rig I made. Oh, hello people. Turn the camera back on. It's been rubbish, but I've just had my first 2 carp down the edge, so literally I have only just turned that camera back on. Basically, I'll have another go down there again because it's more comfortable fishing my left edge than it is my right edge. Basically, that's the only reason I'm doing it, and it's desperation as much as anything. And my goodness me, could I believe it when the float dipped and we caught one. Oh, I did miss a bite as well, so that's good. Suddenly gone from thinking the absolute worst to getting a few bites. So I'm now changing a little bit of what I'm doing, feeding shorter line. I'm feeding pellets long to my right. Well, I might be able to stick a bomb later. Tel's just had his first fish as well. I've got a funny feeling, it seems to me that this is going to be edge and bust, edge or bust. That's the way it's looking at the moment. I think that's a skimmer. Could have sworn that was a skimmer. There we go. What do I know? wait it to float down now. Ludicrous now, I can't fish that, unfortunately. Well, bloody hell, I'll be. Unbelievable that is. Bouncing about all over the place that was. Gosh, the roof. They start coming in and then they go off again. Can't tell how big they are. Come on, back this way. I need you. Go under the bloody platform then. Oh. Come on. Come on. Come on. They don't want to come in. Is that big either? It's just one of them bloody annoying ones. Jesus, wet. Come on. You want to come in, don't you? Oh, there's a reason for that. It's in the fin. That's why. There we are, everybody having their breakfast. Smile everyone. Day 2, breakfast. Is the winner from yesterday, day 1, Malcolm Bonds. £192? £192 on the bomb on John's Lake. Well done, that man. Yeah, Sky special. Morning. Oh, good morning, people. Right, we are trying a good peg today. 22, Old Lake. Had £130 off it yesterday. I need to catch the same. Wind's a pain in the arse again. It's right at my face. I'm trying to fish long to the right. That's where you catch. I can't fish long to the right because of the wind. I've got to fish shorter. So I hope they come short. Simple as that, really. There's no point trying to fish somewhere you can't fish properly. It's a different day today, of course, typical. Still fancy for a few. We'll see what happens, basically. Difficult to tell when you're looking. Here comes Terry Harrison, super legend from 1983. It's just me filming. I always film the matches, don't I? Yeah. For a bit of fun. Yeah, it wasn't much to see. Well, nothing to see yesterday. What do you actually do? Stick them on YouTube. Oh, right. Yeah. Get a few. People watch them? Yeah. Got 200-300 subscribers and. Paid for it? Nah, not yet. You need 100,000 views every pigging day or something stupid to start making money. I just do it for fun. Yeah. It's quite good fun to look back at sometimes. You think, oh, I made a right pig's ear of that. I've never seen them. I wouldn't know how to get them up on your phone. You just go to YouTube and put in Simon Spike Duke and it comes up. Oh, right. Yeah. It's so warm up there. I know. I'm thinking, should I put my top on or not? I think I might have to. It's a bit cold, isn't it? In this line here. Fucking Moby Dick this is. Yeah, I don't think it was fat, but it was absolutely huge and it weren't even going to get in the net. Yeah. Oh, they'll come in like that. That's what I hope. Well, good morning people. Here we are once again, Willinghurst, John's Lake. I'll put the camera here so it's way back from the bank a bit. I was on the Clara pit again with my pole like I did yesterday. We'll have to see what happens today. Sun's out. 5 minutes to go. Feel like I need more dead maggots. I've only got a few pints. I think we're going to need more than that, but there we go. Standard, going to start on the bomb, pinging pellets, same as everybody else. I fancy fishing pole, pinging pellets on the pole. It happens. I mean, everything's been one mirror really enough on the bomb on this lake. We just have to see what happens. It's not. Yesterday I fished the wrong match. I mean, I've sat there and I'm fishing. I'm fishing. Sorry, just lost. Just watching till. Bait. So some. It's like punch meat rather than cube meat. Interesting. So he's been doing well. He does well here. Knows it well. You can see him slicing it up now as we speak. Anyway, I'm actually starting on meat. I'm fishing pellets. Yesterday I did it wrong. I put all my eggs in one basket, trying to concentrate on catching down my right edge. It was the wrong thing to do, but I was just trying to get a weight basically. I needed one, and basically on line 27th and about 90 odd pound over 2 days, not very good. Just want to try and catch, £100 basically. Not going to let me any good. I need to catch £300 to do any good, but I've got to try and do my best. Don't know the lake well enough, but mustn't get disheartened today. I've got to put it down to experience that I've messed up a little bit over the last few days. So not knowing the venue enough. Simple as that. But John Radford said you've got to come here 6 months. He's right. Right. It's going to be hot. Should get my sun cream out actually. Huh. And just seen some fish doing some weird stuff. So I'm going to just quickly try before I do anything, slapping a rig. Oh, for God's sake. I tell you, my whole situation at the moment is not very good. Oh, taking my bloody thing off. Worth a quick slap because so I'll cut the fish swimming fast. No, liners, just seen a few cruisers, so, but they seem to be ignoring it. No, just saying they're ignoring it. We've mugged one. Go right down for this, so I think I'm on an 18. Just to see. And didn't not work it that way. Haven't got it in yet, mind. No point in rushing today at the moment. I hope that it's in good and proper. You want to tell? Yeah, managed to mug one. It's alright. Oh, fucking hell. Weren't coming off, that's for sure. Well, hello everybody. It's in the garage just after, I fished 3 days at Willinghurst last week, over 50s, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Just been sorting out my gear, licking my wounds, just making up some rigs and stuff for Fish South on Saturday at Royal Berks. Anyway, just a quick one really. I filmed all 3 days. No, there's not a lot to see. On Wednesday, I drew peg 8 on Top Lake. It was really windy. I felt like I didn't do anything wrong that day, if I'm honest. Looking back, should have probably spent a lot longer trying to catch and fish it in the open water. It seems to me on this fishery, they're old fish, and it's a little bit of a case of trying to catch what you can until they have a munch, basically, if that makes sense. So you can sit there for 3 hours without a bite, and then somebody go and have £200 fishing down the edge. So it's a bit of a waiting game, and I think I'm not used to doing that. So I think on all 3 days, I've definitely, well, I'll get to the last 2 days in a minute. But the first day, really windy, couldn't fish my edges properly. It was just too windy, I couldn't control the pole, so I couldn't fish where I wanted to fish. I had to fish a lot shorter. I don't think I did anything particularly wrong that day. That peg didn't produce any mega weights the 2 days after I had it. I had 40, I can't remember, £44 or something. There was a 60 off of it and a 50 odd, I think that was it. It wasn't like I'd done anything really drastically wrong and somebody's gone and had £200 out of it or £150 or anything like that. I just don't think it was a particularly good peg over the 3 days, but looking at the weights that came off of it. So I don't feel like I did anything particularly wrong, other than the fact that I think I went down the edge probably a little bit too early, pushed it in my edges to try and get some fish in the net because it was on weight. And I think that was it really. I don't think anything drastically wrong for that. However, Thursday, peg 22, Old Lake. Well, brilliant peg. Tux had £135 from it on the Wednesday. You knew exactly how he caught. He caught fishing long to his right at 16 metres, and he's caught late. I've gone there a bit, blinkers on, got to the peg, pointed my box down that right edge. So I sort of ignored everything else, which was a complete mistake. I've concentrated on fishing along the bank to my right. Well, started off fishing top 4, top 5 in front of me off the landing stage at a slight angle of my platform, throwing meat and pellets, throwing pellets. I went a bit more of a pellet attack and was going to fish meat down the edge. I fouled at one, then I've not had another bite on my short line other than some roach, rudd. So I've then concentrated on fishing to the first platform, which was nice and comfortable, and this is where I've gone completely wrong. So I fed that, and I have caught one. I've fouled at one, then I've caught one. And I fed it again, then I've gone wrong. I've then fed long because the wind dropped. I thought, right, wind dropped now, I can feed my long line, and that's where he's caught, that's where I'm going to fish. So I fed it long, the wind's got up again, couldn't really control it properly, kept feeding it, and I then fouled at 3 fish because I can't control it properly, and I couldn't get the depth. It was like the pole was moving up a bit with the wind, and I'm foul hooking a couple of fish, and it was just all went horribly wrong. And I basically then I've pushed the peg too hard, overfed it, and they didn't want to know. So I've messed that up completely. I've ended up with £47, I think. You know, with a bit of care and attention, I could have easily had £100 by simply spending 3 hours of the match fishing out in front on long pole or bomb and pellet or whatever, nicking the odd fish. I know I would have nicked the odd fish because when I did have a little go, I've caught one. So I was too impatient. I should have definitely started first 3 hours fishing in front, forgot about fishing down the edge like you would do normally, but had a bit of a mental breakdown, I think. And then as far as the edge is concerned, I should have just fished to the first platform. As Terry Harrison said to me, he said, it's only recently people have been able to fish longer because they chopped the tree down. He said, people will usually catch on that first platform. You don't need to go any further. And I should just concentrate on that first platform. That's where I've ended up catching the rest of my fish. Messed it up completely. End of. Terry Harrison to my left. Good old tell. Keep drawing next to him. He keep giving me a spanking. And he has drawn MPEG, to be fair, 26. There's a weight. Jeb won off of it the day before. So I knew I was up against it anyway, from trying to win the lake point of view. And Terry had, can't remember now, 100 and... He won the lake anyway. As far as I can remember, he won the lake. So I can't remember what weight he had, 100 and something, I think. And then Tommy opposite on peg 1, he's had 80 odd pound, I think. Anyway, basically I've messed it up. So last day, John's 30, can't remember, I was peg 34, 36 now. But anyway, Dave opposite me, who ended up winning the festival. Again, got it wrong. Completely got it wrong. Went there with the idea of fishing hard pellets on the pole, just pinging pellets. And I think I fed too much straight away. I've mugged 3 fish at the start. I've not taken the right bait. I needed, well, Terry's caught on dead maggots. I've had some dead maggots, but I've just done it wrong. Tell's just fished a nice sensible match. All right, it was an MPEG, but he's fished a sensible match, probably fishing about 10, 11 metres, maybe 12 metres. Capping in ground bait and maggots. I thought he was fishing chop worm, actually, to be honest, but it wasn't. It was ground bait and maggots. Ground bait, sitting out there, sitting waiting, get a bite. He's either caught, all right, he's caught a few roach to start with, but then he's caught, that's where he's been a bit patient. He's then caught a couple of carp, then he's then caught some bream. Anyway, cut a long story short, he's had 170 pound. He's caught a few down his edge late as well. He's had 170 pound, second on the lake, and had a lovely day's fishing sensibly. Whereas I, on the other hand, have sat there and I've started pushing it, feeding too much, trying the bomb. I've had one bite on the bomb, that's it. Just wasn't right. And then tried fishing short. I think I've had one short. And then I've come down my left edge where I've just fed dead maggots and ground bait. And I've caught, but another mistake I've made is I've fished too shallow a water. Tommy, the other side, had 140 pound, and he's fished in 3 foot of water in front of the platform or in level with his platform. I fished halfway down my platform, next platform, and it's been 2 foot, and I don't think it was right. It wasn't right. I did start getting a few fishing indications, but I had to sit and wait. I looked at Tommy's catching 2 to my 1, basically. Cut a long story short, I ended up weighing in 47 pound. Tommy's had 140. Terry, the other side's had 170. Opposites emptied it, 230 odd pound, I think he had. But he's caught. It's been a brilliant peg. He just won the match all 3 days. That peg that he was on, 31, I think it is. Fishing meat down his left edge or out in front, he's caught a few, and on his bomb, for some reason they just seem to be sitting in that peg. But well done, he's done brilliant. He had a spell when he was catching so quick down his edge, it was ridiculous. And they're big fish as well, so well done that man. Well, congratulations on winning the festival as well, really good. But what have I learned that I'm not patient enough. B, it's a bit of a waiting game on there, and I'm rushing it too much. It's 6-hour matches, and I'm overthinking things and trying to make things happen that aren't going to happen, basically. So I will be going back. I'm going to work it out a bit more, talking to a few people. Definitely could have caught a lot more fish over those 3 days. So basically, lack of venue knowledge, and also some really, you know, all the anglers that fish it, they do fish it all the time. And it's like John Radford said to me, he said, really, he said, you need to fish it for 6 months. He said it's that sort of place, just to work it out completely. It does change, but you learn the mood of the venue. And he's dead right. It's no different if you go Tunnel Barn Farm, you know, if you go there all the time, you can suss it out. So I'm probably going to spend a bit more time back at Royal Berks, just because I think it suits me more, that sort of fishing. I quite enjoy it, getting plenty of bites, F1s. You're not battling with 10, 12 pound carp. I'm not used to doing that these days. But I will get back to Willinghurst and try and work it out a little bit. And just for my own head, really, I wanna crack it a bit, which I will do. So I'm deciding now, my time spending my matches back now, I'm back down here, will be split between fishing Willinghurst and Royal Berks. I also want to have a go at Warwick Wold as well. I'm on their list now, so I'm going to give that a go, because I've heard that's pretty good as well. If you could put up with the motorway noise, apparently. But I'll give it a go, see what happens. So I have filmed it for 3 days. Whether I bother putting it up or not, I don't know, because there's not much to see really, except me getting the hump, basically. They're not catching a lot. But it was interesting. It was a well-run festival. Looking back, I did enjoy it. At the time, I was getting frustrated, but that's my own fault. You know, I heard people saying things like, "Oh, you know, you've got to draw. If you don't draw and fish here, you've had it." And I'm not having that. Sorry. You can draw and fish and get it wrong, basically. I think it's about learning the venue. I mean, John Redford's a prime example. I think day one, the guys had one gudgeon. John Redford drew the peg the next day and had £150. I'm not saying that the guy did it wrong on that first day, but Radford obviously done it dead right. I know how he fished. He's piled in dead maggots and brought the fish into his peg, and that's how he's caught. Simple as that. But he knew what to do on that peg, and I think that's what it's all about, knowing what to do. I think the last day he had a bit of a blowout, if I'm honest, but it was interesting, and it will change again. I mean, it's been all meat. It seems to have switched to dead maggots a little bit as well. Meat and dead maggots, proteiny sort of baits. It will change again. It probably end up will be in pellet. I'll probably go there and arm with dead maggots, and it will be pellets. So, but I will find out a bit more before I go on what's working and what isn't. I don't know when I'm back up there. I'm at Fish South on Saturday at Royal Berks, so that'll be good, hopefully. And it's starting to fish really well, looking at the weights, so it looks like I've been catching on meat on there as well. So my meat cutter's broken, so I'll have to go and borrow my old mate's Dave till my new one turns up. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll stop blabbering, and I'll hopefully have a decent bit of footage to put up soon. I won't bother going through any rigs or anything like that, because the ones I used, they were standard fishing down the edge rigs and fishing pellets rigs. It wasn't anything to do with how I'd set up. It was to do with the bait I was using, basically. It was just simple as that. So there we go. Right, I hope you're all good. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.